Morning guys, welcome back to another video. We're starting this video nice and early, and I'm driving down to a park to play a little bit of basketball before the market opens, because it's always good to get a little bit of physical exercise right away in the morning before trading, because it really wakes up your mind and it helps you feel more focused. So here we are at the park. I'm going to wear the camera on my forehead, and as I'm doing that, I'm just going to share some thoughts about my trading from the past couple weeks and about the last two videos. So let's get out there. Okay, false alarm on that park idea. I was out there for about 1 minute and I think I got bit by 2 mosquitoes. I'm telling you, Minnesota in the summertime is just insane with mosquitoes, man. And that park was kind of like, you know, wooded area, so there's probably a lot more mosquitoes. I do have one more park in mind that I'm going to try and go to, and it's in a much more open area, so we're going to try that place. Okay, this place is much better. Hopefully this stays on my head. So basically what I wanted to say is, from the last two videos, as you know, my trading wasn't the best. Been on a slight losing streak, and I was kind of starting to question my strategy again and question my overall improvement. So what I did was I decided I want to talk to another trader. I want to do a one-on-one lesson and get some serious critique on my trading. So I signed up for a one-on-one lesson with someone in Rake Trades Discord. And this guy's a full-time trader. I'm not going to say his exact name, but basically his lessons are $100 an hour. So we had a one-on-one Zoom lesson. Basically, he looked at my trades, he gave me some critique, he gave me some tips and stuff, and we talked about psychology as well. And by the end of the lesson, he had concluded that I do have a technical system that does work. Now, there's obviously some things I need to work on, such as higher time frame bias. That's one thing he said I need to put more emphasis on, is the higher time frames, and don't focus only on the 2-minute time frame, you know? Oof. But I think my real problem is psychology, because I told him about my cherry picking problem and how there's been a lot of good trades that I missed out on, and he said, yeah, that's a very common problem. So we said, when you see a setup, take it no matter what, don't be afraid. And whether that trade is a win or loss, you can certainly learn something from it. So there's no reason to be afraid. So it was kind of refreshing to talk to someone about trading that's very successful at it. So who knows, I might start doing more of those lessons. But anyway, it's getting kind of late into the morning, so let's head back. Let's start doing pre-market analysis. Alright, I've entered a pre-market trade here. We're pulling back to 40k on the Dow. I think there's a chance we could hold. You know, this is a major level from the higher time frame, so I think it's definitely worth a shot. That's a very nice 5-minute candle. Okay, hang on. Canceled. This I'm not gonna let this pull back all the way, so I'm gonna take off like, oh no. I'm taking off 4.
Order filled.
Oh, whoops.
Order canceled.
I took off 4 there, and I'm gonna try and hold the rest of these potentially through the market open and see if we can target these highs. 10 seconds till the open. I might move this up a little more just to protect myself against slippage. But I'm hoping we can get this pump. Oops. So we'll see what happens. Can we get this pump?
Order filled.
Okay. So after all that, we only made 1 R on that trade.
Order submitted.
That's a liquidity sweep
Order
right there.
filled.
That could be a nice long entry. I'm gonna try this. If we lose this trade, that's perfectly fine. love for us to hold this level here.
Stop filled.
It did not hold. It was worth a shot. That could have been a great sniper entry, but... Alright, no more trades for me now. I'm taking my hands off the keyboard. Just chilling out now, just made some oatmeal like always. And when I see a straight down move like this, I don't chase it, you know? A lot of you are probably saying like, oh, why don't you go short? Just go short, man. Well, I don't chase downside moves. And I'd already taken 2 trades on the day. I'm pretty much a break even on the day, so there's really no reason to keep pushing it, especially if I don't see a good setup. But for now, I'm just gonna chill out, eat some breakfast, and then probably go out to the gym in a little bit. Alright, you guys, we're on our way to the gym right now. Now, I don't think I'm gonna record in the gym this time. For some reason, the footage just turns out so bad on this camera. I don't know what it is. Maybe the lighting in there is not so great. So I'm not gonna make a gym montage this time. But I think what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the park and play some basketball. So yeah, that was really kind of fun and refreshing this morning. It's been a while since I've shot around. It's really hot today, so that'll be my cardio for the day. Maybe I'll call one of my buddies and see if he can join me. I'm not sure exactly what his schedule is. He's probably working today, but... And one more thing I wanted to say is, you know, it seems like some of the comments have kind of shifted on these videos. Most of them are still very positive, and I really appreciate that. But it seems like now that I've been doing this series for about 2 months, it seems like some people are starting to have these like expectations. Or they're asking in the comments like, hey, how are you not successful yet? Or how are you not funded yet? Or just, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, real traders understand that this game takes time. It takes a lot of time to really master and to really gain consistency. And so I'm not going to let those comments get to me. I'm just going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on putting in the work. And I just have to remember that it's going to take time. Okay, down at the gym. Man, it is super hot in my car now. I need to get this thing turned on and get the AC going. Now I'm going to head to a park and play some basketball. I probably won't go to the same one as this morning because that's actually a school. And they're probably in school right now. So I'm going to go find just a normal, like, public park. I think there's one nearby. It's like a full court. So let's see what we find. All right, here we go. This park's not bad. It's a full court. Let's get some shots up. All right, called my buddy. He's unfortunately not able to join this time, but he's busy with stuff. That's okay. We'll have a nice solo session. Now these are like triple rims, and everyone knows these are the hardest to make shots on. So we'll see how this goes. This is the best way to warm up. Take one-handed shots. All right, now 3. Sweet, first try. I'm gonna warm up my legs a little bit and try a dunk, which I haven't done in quite a while. All right, now that we're all warmed up, very warm, very sweaty, I think I can do a better dunk than that. If I'm this tall, I should be throwing it down easier than that. I'm like 6'5", so this should be nothing. Okay, that was much better. All right, let's get out of here. All right, so you know what's funny is this morning on Rake Trade's Instagram, I saw that he made a post saying that today's like the anniversary of like 7-Eleven or something like that, and they were giving away free Slurpees. And if I read it correctly, I think Speedway is also on that list. Now there's no 7-Eleven nearby me, but just down the street here, there's a Speedway. So I'm just gonna walk in there and ask them if I can have a free Slurpee, and if not, well, I guess we'll just go straight home. Hey, I was wondering, is it true that like Speedway and 7-Eleven are giving away like free Slurpees for the whatever anniversary of 7-Eleven or something like that?
Today's 7-Eleven. This cup and the lid right there, and just have her standing on the way out.
Oh, so I can have one of these, this size, and then just fill it up here?
Yep, just a Slurpee if you want. The lids are right there as well.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys. It's true. Maybe the blue one. That's probably better. Awesome. Well, all right. We got our little slushy thing. Shout out rake trades. I would have never known about this otherwise. I'm gonna go home and cool off now, take a shower, and then I need to make like an actual meal. That's good. We got Doyle, who is now a futures trader. He switched to futures. Let's go. Alright, you guys, it's much later in the evening now. It's almost 10 p.m. And so before I go to bed in like an hour here, I want to do a trade breakdown of my journal so far this week. So as you can see, this week has been full of some break-evens, some losses, and some wins. Haven't really had the most significant wins, so it's kind of a break-even or a slightly down week. So let's just start by breaking down this first trade here on the NASDAQ. By the way, on Monday I took no trades. It was a pretty choppy day, and on Tuesday I took 2 trades. This was a break even on the NASDAQ. I was going for a potential higher low off this key level here. Basically had to move down, got back above this key level. Once we sort of came back down here and retested this level here, it started to get bought back up. So I went long thinking that we could get back up towards the highs here. And I talked myself out of this trade and I bailed at break even. I think it was because I believed I could get a better entry and I didn't like where my stop loss was. So that was break even. And then on ES, I got a much better entry. Like this was a better entry than the other trade. I hopped in this trade right after that NASDAQ break even trade. And this was a good setup. I don't think there's much I can complain about on this trade. Now the price action was a little slow and choppy again. It turned out to be a kind of a range bound day, and this was kind of a trend trading setup. Again, it's like a bounce off demand, a reclaim over the opening print, and then I attempted to play this potential higher low off the opening print. It started to go my way barely, and that did stop me out. So I just called it. It was too slow and I didn't think it was worth trading anymore. And then on Wednesday, I took a handful of trades. I had very big potential this day, and I'm going to break down this trade even further on TradingView. But basically, I had 2 entries here. I started the day out with a loss. Now again, this trade felt kind of rushed. It was a little break and retest of I believe this was the prior day high. This was a nice 2-minute bar, but the sellers just weren't done yet. So I got stopped out there, and then I found a perfect entry down here. We barely swept lower day and bounced off this major level here, and I will show you this level on the higher time frame. And this was a perfect entry, but I only made like 1.6 R. I made 160 bucks, so I ended the day up $60. And if this price action wasn't so slow, I would have been convinced to hold longer, but I just wasn't. So I'm going to break that down a little bit further in a second, but let me just go over the other trades. This wasn't a break even on the RTY. We broke through this trend line and put in some nice top wicks here, so I went short, thinking there would be a decent amount of downside continuation. I was targeting a 2 to 1. It got to a 1.5 and came straight back up to break even. And then the next trade was, well, you guys already saw these this morning. I took that long on the Dow off of the 40K level. And you know what I didn't realize about this trade until I watched the recording is I was literally 1 point away from getting filled for a nice 2 to 1. I just set a standard 2 to 1 and we came 1 point away from my target and started to come back down. So I'm glad I got at least a 1 R out of it, but that's just trading, I guess. And then you guys saw the loss on the NASDAQ. So if we do a deeper dive into this analysis on the ES from Wednesday, this 5640 level, as you can see from Tuesday in the pre-market, we had this triple top high here. We had 1, 2, 3 touches of this level here. And then the pre-market from Wednesday was also showing a little bit of reaction toward that level. And then off the open, we came down and we didn't quite touch it, so I didn't take this trade. I took the next test of the level. So let me play bar by bar here to show you where I entered. Boom. As soon as this candle came down and when it started to push out the level just a little bit, I didn't hesitate at all, because I remember over the past couple weeks I've missed so many good trades like this just from hesitating. And so I got filled like literally right around here. And I was originally planning to just sell at this level, which was that prior day high, but I just talked myself out of this trade and there was really no reason to do that at all. As you can see on the Ninja Trader chart here, I took a scale here and I took the rest off here. Now I found the smallest little reason to talk myself out of it. Basically, we had the VWAP on the SPY index, like right here. And I thought, oh no, we might reject it and not touch the level at all. And sure enough, we made a higher low over the opening print and just ripped. And I mean, if you take a look at the 5-minute, it was even nicer. This was a very nice bullish 5-minute hammer candle. And obviously, I never would have expected it to go this high. But I mean, this trended up for pretty much the rest of the day. So I really think this shows that my strategy is really not the problem. I am the problem. I'm not executing it how I should be. And I think I have a psychology problem more than a strategy problem. Because if I could just learn to hold my winners, even if I just held this into high day, that's like a 4 or 5 R. And I could have made my whole week right there. Alright, you guys, I'm getting tired. It's getting late. I'm going to get to bed, and then we will see if we can finally end the week with a solid banging trade. I'm sick of ending the week just barely red or barely break even. So we'll see what we can do tomorrow. So see you guys in the morning. Alright, markets are open. Top watch, I believe, is going to be this YM setup off this level. This might be worth a long. It's just, I have this level up here. It's a minor resistance level. I'm going to give it a shot.
Order filled.
I think this level on the Qs is more important. This 495 level. I just take it off at high a day if we can keep on pushing here.
Target filled.
Nope. Okay. We're out at the high a day. Not a super high risk reward, but I'll take that trade. I just wanted some sort of way to kind of build back some confidence. Not that this week has been terrible, but you know, it's always nice to end the week green. I didn't want to risk a sweep of the high a day and then a slam back down. Alright, you guys, that's it for me today. I just took that one trade this morning, made a little bit over 1 R, really not a very good R multiple. Sorry, I'm just now getting to work. Let me park real quick. So I believe we ended the week just barely profitable, but I mean, it was by like 0.5 R or something like that. So as you can see, the thing I really need to work on is holding my winners. I've been listening to this audiobook called Best Loser Wins by, what is it, Tom Hogard, and he really stresses out holding your winners is very important. And he's absolutely right, because I had how many trades this week that would have gone up to like at least 4 or 5 R, and I don't even think I held for 2 R. So I need to trust my analysis and just hold these trades. But then again, it was a couple weeks ago where I had all those trades that almost hit my take profit and came all the way back down to break even. So I guess I really just need to read the chart and recognize when these trades have more room to run. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. I'm not gonna film it like a whole Amazon vlog. I think this video has been long enough. It's kind of hard to know if I've recorded enough, but I think I recorded quite a bit yesterday, like out at the park and stuff, and I don't want this video to be like more than 20 minutes. It's hard to know how long it will be until I start editing. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys again so much for the support on the channel recently. The last video did really well. We got a handful of subscribers, and I'm grateful for that. So if you're new here, thank you for supporting me. If you have any thoughts about my trading, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I would love to read it and reply to you. That's gonna be it for today, so thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.